north. However, Route 20 goes through Yellowstone National Park. And national parks don't have numbered highways. So you have like a Route 20 east of Yellowstone and a Route 20 west of Yellowstone. And so people who like to promote Route 6 refer to it as the longest continuous highway in the country, which it is. And the funny thing is, when I was walking along Route 6, now I don't know if you know whether Route 6 is also called the Grand Army of the Republic Highway. It is. And when I was walking from Bishop, California down to, of course I took the old Route 6 down to the coast, to Long Beach when I was doing the walk. And occasionally I would see signs that said Grand Army of the Republic Highway, which, so apparently the Route 6 may no longer be a coast-to-coast highway, but the Grand Army of the Republic Highway still is. And not only that, after I did the walk in California, there was some interest in Route 6 again, and a group of people got together and petitioned the state, and they now have signs that say, after Bishop, they have signs that say historic Route 6. So if you happen to be wanting to walk across Route 6 now, you'd be able to find your way down there, even if you were to drive.
Are you saying that Route 6 is longer than our Route 20?
We were just
continuously, yes.
Because
Route 20 is the longest highway in the country, but it's not the longest continuous highway. It's the longest, Route 6 is the longest continuous highway. So you got the two longest highways in the country right here.
coming right through East Cleveland.
It's the same Route 20.
how about that?
Is that state Route 20 or is it a U.S. 20?
That's U.S. Route 20.
Yeah,
Okay, so you got the two longest highways in the country right here.
right here in East Cleveland.
The longest continuous and the longest
Wow.
non-continuous.
So Route 20 is not non-continuous? What do you mean by that?
Yeah, it goes through Yellowstone National Park. The national parks don't have numbered highways. Apparently it's illegal, or they just don't do it. So there's a Route 20 west of Yellowstone and a Route 20 east of Yellowstone, but there's no Route 20 in Yellowstone.
Okay.
Route 6 is unbroken the whole way across.
Okay.
So it's the
As
longest
far as
continuous
being
highway.
numbered, yeah. What else?
And of course, when it was created, Route 6 was 3,600 miles, the
Yeah.
longest highway.
I was going to ask you, now, for someone who really likes geography, Route 66, tell me about why, they're always talking about, and there's a song about Route 66.
66, yes. 6 and 66, two different roads, of
I know.
course. So what did you want me to tell you about 6?
I don't know, what about Route 66? Can you tell me anything?
Not too
it?
much. Route 6 and 66 meet in two places, someplace in California and in Joliet, Illinois. Route
Okay.
66, of course, used to be a real touristy highway where they had
Yeah.
all sorts of
Yeah, okay.
different,
Right,
the Rattlesnake City and the
Okay.
TP
Okay.
Inn and things like that.
All right.
All sorts of touristy things. And a lot of people went there, and they just did good marketing. That's what Route 66 is.
Okay.
And most of that's gone now because, like Route 6, the superhighways came in, the interstates came in, and pretty much killed these little roads in
Yeah.
terms of being the place. Route 6 used to be a main highway for people to come across the country on.
Right.
And we actually will get into that a little bit in the story, not too far into this.
Okay.
That's about, I don't know a whole lot about 66. I know people who've been there recently say there are parts of it that are still kind of neat, old-fashioned, but there are also parts of it that are just, gone. So anyway, when I saw that Route 6 went all the way across the country, or at least did at one point, I thought, gee, wouldn't it be a great idea to do what we had done for Connecticut, to do that for the whole country? That is, walk across Route 6 and tell people about the rest of the country.
Yeah.
So that's what we did. We started actually in late March. We should have started in mid-March or early March because we need to get across the Rocky Mountains, Loveland Pass, 12,000 feet, before the snow flew, which in Colorado means late September. Because we got the late start, that meant nothing could go wrong. I had to walk 100 miles a week every week. I couldn't get sick or injured. The driver and photographer, we'll talk about him later, he couldn't get sick or injured. Neither of us could have problems that would cause us to have to go home for a week or two, family problems. The car couldn't break down. So you know, if somebody were to come up to me today, now being the wise, experienced guy, and said, I'm going to start that trip in late March, I'd say, no, you're too late. Don't even try.
Right.
Something's going to go wrong.
Right.
I mean, that's, you know, you got months and
A
months and months.
reality, right.
You know, most people usually get sick in the course of, 6 or 8 months. So, anyway, so we started late, and there were several things that people want me to talk about. We're not talking about the actual trip. People always want to know what it was like on the walk, and usually what they want to know is, what are the difficulties? What are the hard things? What was your worst day? That sort of thing. So I just, you can't talk about everything. I just limit it to the weather. And one of the things we encountered to begin with was a lot of rain. If you look on page 59, and then you go back to that page, what was it, 26, 27, what you'll see in common was a lot of rain. Even if you went back to the beginning first chapter and looked at Massachusetts, Cape Cod, you will see that it's kind of overcast and cloudy there. We hit rain most of the way from Cape Cod to Pennsylvania. When you think about it, it shouldn't have been surprising, because you're talking about March, April, May, rainy season in the Northeast. So we did that. The only thing, and rain is not going to stop you from completing your trip unless there's also thunder and lightning. And we had a few of those, but not too many. We had more in the last week here, I think, than we did on the whole trip.
Yes.
And that's not going to stop you from making it. But it does give me a chance to tell my little bloody sock story, white shoe story. We were in a hotel in Pennsylvania, and I was stepping out of the shower, stepped right onto my belt buckle, which was, the prong was straight up, went right to the bone. It hurt, but more than hurt, it was bled like crazy. Now, you got to remember that we couldn't afford to take time off. I knew if I went to a doctor, he'd put some stitches in it and say, stay off it for a week. So, I guess kind of like LeBron James.